Righto, I've made it to the sale. Checked out the stock. Nicely presented lines of lambs. A little bit of fluff on the back, but not bad at all. There's one line that is a bit of a standout. They're very, very well grown. A few pens of mixed age ewes. There's some 4-tooths and some 5 and 6 year olds. There's only a few pens there. Some ram lambs and some rams. So not a big yarding. So it'll be really interesting to see how the sale goes today. I just happen to be down here in the area because I'm going to another sale. So it works out really well to have the sale on the same day. We'll try and catch up with a few people and see what they think of the yardings and see what they think of the sheep. Right, Nick, you're going to have to tell me the name of your farm because I can't pronounce it.
Glendrynock.
That's why I can't pronounce it.
Yeah,
I struggle with pronunciation.
Right. Fair enough.
Now you've brought a couple of rams along.
Yep.
And you've even got a little catalogue to go with them, which
wife's been busy.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
You've got some mixed age ewes.
Yes.
Oh, you got some 4-tooths, haven't you, as well?
Yep.
Some 4-tooths and some mixed age.
Yep.
What do you think is going to happen with the sale? It's not a huge yarding, but they're very well presented sheep, and it's a nice facility.
Yeah, it is a good facility. Oh, I'm hopeful for a complete clearance. But yeah, I guess we'll see in about 10 minutes when it starts.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to take long to get through this line. Oh, you got some ewe lambs too, haven't you?
Yep.
What are they? What spec is the ewe lambs?
They're out of my commercial flock, sort of the B line.
Yep.
They're all, we weighed them the other day, 34 kilo average. So not the biggest.
Not quite ready to mate, but they might, if you push them along,
yeah,
you might get them there. You might get them there.
Yep.
Yeah. And I noticed a few stud tags in those commercial ewes that you're selling.
Yeah. Few that have been kicked out, sent sideways.
Downgraded, moved along. But as I was saying before, a great way to use your commercial ewes. Your stud ewes, your cast off.
I mean, commercial ewes are generally the next step down, so if you can drop everything down and drop the worst ones out the bottom.
I still think they'd be bloody good buying, actually.
Yeah.
They'd be good buying. Oh, well, it looks like we're going to get going. I'm going to catch up with Andy soon. Seeing he sneaked away as soon as I pulled the camera out.
Oh, of course.
And we'll see how those rams sell.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Colin.
It's a very good use. 176. Let me hear you travelling. 176 till a bit. Help to go to 176. I sell him at 78. 178. Now, Ricky, who's in charge? Excellent charge. Sid, where are you? We sell him, Sid. Right, ladies and gentlemen. 178 is on better. 178's a better. It's again, you both here. 178, look out. I sell away. Out they go. Oh, they go to.
Did Hamish's video go onto YouTube?
Yeah, mate.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Yep. It was up the other day. So that's the $24,000 ram.
Yep.
Where I chased him down the. Yeah, I got it.
You got it.
I got him.
That's good.
I'm with Andy Bunny. Andy, these were your lambs here.
Yep.
You happy enough with the price?
Yeah, well, I was expecting a little bit more, but I mean, they've been in a mob about 1,500, so I just got the better shedding ones out, so whoever gets them should be pretty happy with these.
So they aren't really a B cut as such, they were just a draft.
They're a draft.
That's a draft.
They're sort of the middle of the line in my A mob.
Oh, yeah? Because I think that's the pick of the sale, actually.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Going through, we got some sheep that might be a bit bigger, and I was well shed. Across the line, I think yours was my pick of the sale anyway.
Yeah, well, I try and pick the best shedding ones. I don't like to have a lot of wool on at the weaning time, so that's my goal is to bring good shedding, stocky,
those are
good growth rates.
Those are Andy Bunnies.
Wiltshire, well, shedding sheep.
Yeah, because I noticed there's some different legs, and of course you've got some stock from Jack at one point, which may have other stuff blended in it.
Yeah, I've got a few bits and pieces from all over the show, a bit of Texel, and I'm just trying to find something that's got a good arse on them, really.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And how many ewes are you running?
We've got about 3,500.
Right.
Yeah.
And when do you send your first lambs to the works?
They go off mum. So.
Okay, so at that 100-day, 105, 120-day, what sort of?
So September.
Because you lamb late down here,
End of November, yeah. So we start lambing in the start of September.
And you've got sort of, in November, you're sending the first line of lambs?
November, it would be the end of November.
End of November,
yeah.
And that's good going.
Yeah.
Were you getting your 18 kilo carcasses?
That would be 17s.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
But they lamb pretty well. They did Last year was 154, and then this year was around about 145%.
But the prices, the market's a bit soft at the moment.
Yeah, if you went a bit earlier, I'd imagine that it would have been a lot hotter.
The atmospheric conditions, with the fact that it's pretty dry,
It's very dry.
really dry down our way. Here it's not so bad, but I think that's reflecting. And I think we've done a big shift in the market as far as a market correction. We've gone further down than we will next year. I think we'll see a pick up again.
Yeah.
My prediction. I don't see any works buyers. Are there any, do you spot any works buyers over there?
No, I haven't seen any work.
So at Tikawiti, the lambs, the ewe lambs, the tail end of them were being picked off by the works or the finishers. So they were going to be stored.
Yeah.
They were going to be
Well, they're great
finished.
to finish because they yield so much better than the. I've compared the Romney to the Wiltshire or the shedding sheep, and so I had some Romneys that were yielding 43%, and my Wiltshires were doing 48.
Right, good.
So yeah,
Excellent. That is excellent. Yeah. So I think that's two. The finishers are starting to see that they can run a lamb on properties where they don't have a wool shed.
Yeah, I sold some store to a finisher too, and he was keen to get them this year. So
That's good.
Yeah,
It's good to see those markets opening up for those sorts of things, and people are thinking outside the square with regard to using them correctly. Because sure, these are ewe lambs and they could be used for breeding, but they are just a sheep at the end of the day. You can still eat them.
yeah, and the beauty is you don't have to shear them or dag them, so that's where and dip them. So
Now, Eddie, you get them on the market. Ladies and gentlemen, they're on the market. The bid is right here. $172 bid. No one else bidding. Out they go. CRE, 172.
I think that's where the big benefits are of these animals.
You're still generally docking all of yours? That is the attempt?
Yeah, I actually left my hoggets, and I leave my hogget lamb tails on just so I know which ones they are.
Okay, so that's a hogget lamb?
Yep.
The other one's out of use. So it's good to see your hogget lambs have got some good size on them.
Yeah, so they're not looking too bad actually. They look quite good.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I came down. I'm here for other reasons, of course. There's another sale this afternoon.
Yeah, I was good to see you down.
But I
I
thought I'd better come down and say hello and check it out and see what's going. We'll go catch up. I'll catch the end of the sale, and I'm sure we'll talk to you again. We'll catch up with you again. We'll come out and actually have a look at your farm.
Yeah, that'd be good actually. Yeah. Cool. Thanks, Gilbert.
Thank you. And I better take that from you.
Here we go.
Cool, mate.
161. Go 170, I dare. 161. 162. 162. Daylight saving. 163. 64. 164. Right. 65. 165. Thank you. Yep. Oh, what the hell of a dude. 165.
I found Rihi, who is the driving stock agent for the sale. Tell me about how the sale came about.
So, pretty fortunate. Had three vendors, Nick Diedrich, Andy Bunny and Guy Parkinson, are very passionate breeders here in the Wairarapa, real coastal hill country farmers that have been on a journey to help promote the breed locally here, as it's quite a traditional area, a lot of traditional Romney breeders here, so it's just about highlighting the benefits of the breed really. The breed's actually been an absolute game changer for all these guys in their farming system. Low marginal hill country, low profit land, so you know the cutting cost has been huge really, like on labour, on husbandry practices like shearing and dagging, and the amount of time that they get to spend with their family. So that's how it's come about, and today has been a real success actually. The values haven't been at like the records of what it's been in the past, but we see some good values here today. All vendors are happy, and at least like a lot of local people here got to see what the breed has done in the last sort of 8 to 10 years. So yeah, we're very happy.
Yeah, and no, I was at Tikawiti the other day. Prices are comparable. The quality of sheep down here, it doesn't help when Tikawiti just had a little shower of rain come through. It's very dry up there. That sort of kept the prices down a little bit, and the sheep didn't look as presentable as here. Sheep are beautifully presented here today, and a lovely facility. It's an awesome facility. Were there any store buyers picking off the bottom end of the ewe lambs? Or any finishers?
From what I understand, everything today was going to breeding.
Right, excellent. Okay. Yeah, and it's just nice to see the sheep through here. I'm down here for other reasons, of course, but it's great. Are we going to see this next year? Are we going to see something come along?
Yeah,
you think?
so the plan is to advertise this harder, the help of the three guys that I've just mentioned. We're looking to grow this and make it an annual event. We're probably going to look to make it a little bit earlier in the year, maybe more early February. It's just a little bit late in the year. People are already getting out their rams, but we're looking to grow this to at least double it to 2 to 3,000 next year. I've got people in the pipeline already. So yeah, like I'm hoping this is going to be a regular thing here at the sale yards, and it'll be quite good to push a lot more through the sale yards. Really, this is a strength through our business, and this is one way that we can really excel above other companies. So yeah.
Well, I've been to 2 ewe fairs now. This is the second one, so it's great to see them out there. And as I said, quality was really good. Are we going to see store lambs in here as well? Possibility? Is that a choice? You bring in the weather lambs?
That is a choice, but no, I want to keep this
as a ewe fair,
as a tradition. I want to keep this as a ewe fair, and the ewe lambs, that will be for sale will be of quality that will be for breeding.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
That's a great plan.
Yep. That's the plan.
Andy got me down here, so there'll be a little bit of coverage from that side of things. He owes me a beer apparently, but I don't drink, but I'll get something out of him. He pestered me to come down, and it's great to catch up with him, and thanks for chatting today.
No worries.
Thanks very much.
Cheers, mate.
Perfect.
Cheers.
I found Nick again.
Yeah.
So we got your ewes.
Yes.
You said sell them.
Yep.
You're like, they've got to go.
Yep.
What did you get for your ewes?
I think it was about 170 for the 4-tooths and 111 for the mixed age.
Mixed age they were the low priced ewes.
Yep.
But someone's got a bargain there. I'll get another year out of those.
So. Oh, or more. There's 4-year ewes.
There's 4-year ewes in there as well.
Yeah. So,
I've
been these ones here dropped out because they're the smaller sorts. Most of them, there's a couple of wet dries.
Okay. Yeah. So, how many of these here?
Mm-hmm.
So these would have reared lambs. Did any of them rear lambs as hoggets?
No.
You don't make hogget. You don't hogget, mate?
No, not usually. I've got a lease flock where I run my ewe lambs. But
okay.
It's stony country and usually down Martinborough, so it burns off. I've done it once.
Okay.
And it didn't end well.
Didn't work for you?
No.
I understand why some people don't.
The ewe lambs just came out tiny.
So most of these would have lambed as
2-tooths.
As a 2-tooth, but they're the smaller pick of your animals.
Yeah.
Yep. So got to get a big ram across them to get some good lambs out of them. But good hardy ewes and good feet. Going around the feet.
Yeah, that's been a big focus of mine since day dot was the feet, getting that job right, because they had a real problem. I think most guys are well on their way to sorting the feet out now.
Yeah, I think so too, actually. Shedding sheep got a hiding for poor feet, but in fact sheep have poor feet across the board. I could go to any sale and find sheep with bad feet.
Oh, definitely.
And what's been presented here, because it's on concrete, it's such a beautiful facility. We can see them. We can see issues. We can look down there and hey, that one's got a little bit of a twist in it, but it's really hard for me to find poor quality feet, commercial type feet amongst these sheep.
Yeah.
And looking at your rams, really, the feet look good. If I was foot scoring, I'm going to be at 7s and above.
Yeah.
So, which is good.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty hard on feet.
Yeah. You've got to be here.
Your ewe lambs, what did you get for your ewe lambs?
I think it was about 170 for the top 10 and 140 for the smaller sorts. Yep. Yeah. But today's sale, I'm pretty happy with that.
The quality of the ewe lambs is definitely very, very good here. Really happy. And I talked to the stock agent. He said no store buyers were picking off those bottom ones.
Yeah. So
you're pretty good prices. And at the end of the day, I think the prices are about right given the season.
Oh, definitely, and where the market's been, the trajectory of the last month or so of the market.
That's right.
With the Wiltshire market, shedding sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think it's been a good clearance for the first sale in the Wairarapa.
Yeah. I think at some point I need to come down and check out your flock, check out your operation.
Yep.
we'll do a proper feature video, and
You'll be surprised.
I have to spend like a week down in this area. I'd have to take some time off and come down to give you a good look over and see what we can find, and
it's always a bed at our place for you.
And yeah, see what
show you around.
see what the sort of country is, because it's certainly different to what I'm used to. Though my place is looking a little bit like down here, but I think you've got more grass.
You've got our summer this year.
Yeah.
You can keep it.
Yep. Also with the ewe lambs, just on that, actually, you know, the top pen of shedding of ewe lambs sold.
Yep.
Because they'd shed well.
Definitely. Yep. They were good sheep.
Actually, interesting, because they were that pen with Andes. The ones with the long tails were out of hoggets, and there's some hogget lambs in there, which is neat to see. But the buyers seem to tend to stay away from some of the ones with a little bit of extra wool on the back, or just a little tuft along the back.
Yep.
What are they going to look like as two-tooths?
Fully shed.
It's all going to be...
In my experience, if they've got a clean breech and, you know, fairly clean around their arse, then they'll fully shed as a two-tooth.
And a lot of these are actually well underway. There's one or two in the bottomish pen that they might harry a little bit on their back, but 98% of the lambs in here, even though they've got a little bit of wool on, it's going to be all gone. So
by this time next year, they'll be bald.
They'll be clean.
Yep.
Well, very good to see you. And as I said, I'll come down sometime and we'll have a proper catch up.
Welcome.
Perfect.
Awesome. Thanks, Colin.
Perfect.